We're live. We should be live. We should be live, man. Timeless. Yeah, timeless. Oh, shit. Where's my soundboard? Gotta get my soundboard, y'all. Hold on. Hold up. Let me catch my breath. Yeah. Y'all ever just start saying shit? That's where I'm at with it, chat. That's where I'm at. All right, here we go. What the fuck? Why is my soundboard not working? Okay, so my soundboard is working. My stream deck isn't. There you go. God! My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of Sipping with Souls. Episode 16, I believe. Episode 16. I just gotta add the title and the thumb, or the episode number to this thumb. Because this new guy thinks he's doing one channel when he's not, okay? A little bit more organized over here, guy, okay? All right, let me go ahead. That. Boom. All right, we should be good. Chat, how we doing today, man? How we doing today? Shout out to the chat. Welcome to the Wednesday stream, the midweek stream of Sipping with Souls, episode 16 with the guy, the boy, you know. Shout out to the early birds in the building. Shout out to the 28 in the building. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Celtics got blown out today. Yeah, it's a tough day, y'all. It's definitely a tough day to be a Celtics fan. Not really. I wasn't expecting us to end the year on a 20-game winning streak, So we had to lose at some point. And it just had to be against the Miami Heat. What I really don't want is to face the Miami Heat in the playoffs. And as it currently stands, there is still a possibility of that. So that's what I'm really pissed at. I am just tired of seeing the Miami Heat every single year. I'm gonna keep it a stack. That's what I'm really mad at. Seeing the exact same team every single year. Is my mic low, chat? Chat, is my mic low? Hello? I can't hear it. If it is, let me know. Hold on. Y'all got me tripping. Now, chat. Is low? Low, no legend of winning? Really? Is it mad low? I don't know why it's low. What the fuck? Chat, talk to me. Before we get things going. Glowzack said it's low. DJ Knight says it's low. You sound perfect. It's not mad low, but it's low. Why is that? Let's see what we can do here, chat. Ever since I was a kid, I've been legit. I don't know why it's low. This is kind of crazy. Okay, let me do this. If I switch. All right, what about now, chat? What about now? Is that better? From the levels perspective, it looks like it might be better. I don't know why, but we're using a pod mic. I got you at one volume and can hear you perfectly. Perfect. Is this good? This is good. This is the mic we're gonna be rocking today. All right, Asha said it's good. Perfect. All right, bet. All right, I'll figure out what's going on after so I can use the mic with Aura. It's I'm looking at it right now, chat. It is crazy I can even have these two mics in front of me. Pause. God, I feel blessed, chat. Now I feel blessed. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Sipping with Souls, y'all. Okay? I appreciate y'all for coming through. I'm going to do my roll call here in a second. Let's see if we have a 5-star review on the audio side of things. If we do, that'd be fantastic. If we don't, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. We do not. The last one is the one I read beforehand. But regardless, if you guys want to support the stream, like the stream, you know, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram. You know we are, you know, I've been telling y'all about what I'm doing on Instagram, man. Definitely killing it over there, all right? We are now at 44.4K followers on some Jay-Z shit. Okay. You know, things been going up. Yo, let me ask y'all this, because I asked Instagram this. I'll just ask y'all here again. How do y'all put produce in your grocery cart? Let me just start off. I know that sounds simple. I know that sounds crazy. Specifically, do y'all put it in a plastic bag and then put it in the cart, or just raw dog, put the onions, put the apples or whatever in the cart? Let me know. The reason why I ask is because today I went to the grocery store to pick up a couple of things, right? And the woman in front of me, I went to the 10 items or less line. The woman in front of me just had like onions, fucking apples, lemons, and potatoes in her cart and loaded it onto the conveyor belt. And that just looks crazy. It looked crazy to me, Chad. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was kind of shook. I'm like, wait, doesn't everyone put it in the plastic bag first, and then you put it in the cart, and then you check out? Like, that was kind of crazy. But then I kind of thought about it. It's still nasty, okay? Even after I thought about it, it's still nasty. But hear me out. The logic is this. You're going to have to wash it regardless. That's the logic, chat. That's the logic. You're going to have to wash the veggies. You're going to have to wash the fruits regardless if you put them in a plastic bag or not. So it doesn't really matter what they're in, what they've touched before you get home. You're just going to have to wash them anyways. So therefore, you don't really got to wash it. You see what I'm saying? So that's the logic. Do I agree with it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's one of those things, chat. You're just raised a certain way and you don't have to change. You know? Certain things that you grew up on, they are perfectly fine. You don't got to change. You know what I'm saying? Babies be sitting in them and shit. Yeah, no, it's nasty. I'm not going to lie. Maybe I do wonder, now that I'm thinking about it, I should have asked her. I should have really, you know, dug deep into her brain. Pause. Is that pause? Maybe not. Like, would she have done that if she didn't have like a small cart? You know what I'm saying? Because she was in the 10 items or less line. So this is just a quick trip to the grocery store, picking up a couple of things, you know. Does that change her perspective? Or I don't know. But nevertheless, I don't even know how I got here. Follow me on Instagram, y'all. 44.4K. We're killing it over there. All right. Appreciate y'all for all the support. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the stream if you haven't already. Leave a 5-star review on audios if you haven't already. Also, leave a super chat on the stream. I read any and all super chats. So I appreciate y'all for coming through and supporting as always. Shout out to the early birds in the building. Shout out to I Don't Know 33. Shout out to Emango Film Z. Shout out to Ramsey. Shout out to Astra. Shout out to Damien. Shout out to Glow Zach. Shout out to who else is in here? Lonely State. Shout out to DJ Knight. Shout out to everyone in the building. I appreciate y'all for coming through and sipping with SOLZ. So, you might be asking, what am I sipping on today? Actually nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know that's kind of lame. I just got water. Sometimes, chat, you just gotta drink water. You know what I'm saying? I think, people try a little bit too hard to avoid drinking water. You know what I'm saying? Putting Gatorade packs and shit, putting flavor packs and shit. Would you rather have water or Diet Coke? I'd rather have Diet because it has flavor and at least it's carb. Bro, I swear. Y'all be trying so hard to just drink the classic H2O. I swear, just drink water. Oh my God. It's amazing. It's amazing. It is hands down. Literally, this got to be a consensus. It has to be hands down the greatest drink of all time. It has to. No ifs, ands, or buts. So I just got some Poland Spring with me. Something light. I did have a bottle of Essentia though, so this is already gone. Need to get some more high class water. I think I'm gonna get core next time. I'm gonna get core next time. As far as my life and what's been going on, I cooked pasta today for the first time, y'all. I know that sounds crazy. That may sound crazy. I cooked pasta for the first time today. I cooked vodka chicken parm pasta. Man, I can cook, man. Y'all gotta stop playing with the kid, man. Y'all got that's all I'm gonna say, chat. Y'all gotta stop playing with the kid, man. I sauced it up. You know what I'm saying? Glozak doesn't like pasta? Do y'all not like pasta? I fuck with pasta. Not an everyday thing. My everyday thing is definitely rice. That's how I was raised. But vodka sauce? Vodka pasta? With the homemade chicken, you know what I'm saying? Chicken cutlets. Actually, I didn't make chicken cutlets. I used chicken tenders. Y'all know my body. But it still tasted the same. You know what I'm saying? To me, chicken's chicken. Yeah, that shit was fire, chat. That shit was fire. Also, I got some new kicks, chat. Man. I've been hooping a little bit more lately. Trying to get back into my hoop bag. I don't know why. Hello? Thank you. I got some JT3s. Yeah. I got some JT3s. You know what I'm saying? I have the ones already. So my hoop shoes rotation, I got some JT ones are like my beaters right now. You know what I'm saying? JT ones are like my beaters. I got these ones right here, chat. The LeBron 20 All-Stars. Yo, hold on now. Hold on, chat. Hold on. The LeBron 20 All-Stars. Hold on. Yeah. Rock with me. Come on, bro. Yeah. These are heat. Okay? And then I got some new ones in the mail. You know what I'm saying? My problem with this, chat, is sometimes it's just too colorful. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to match with a light blue shoe. You want something that's not gonna stand out too much. So I got these. There's still some color on them, but it's a little bit more neutral. It got that white, that cream white on it. I feel like kick genius right now. This is crazy. If my camera would focus, that'd be fantastic. But yeah, man, I got some JT3s on me. I'm gonna give y'all the shoe review next pod. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all the shoe review next pod on some J Jones shit. But these are clean. I ain't gonna lie, chat. These are kind of clean. Now, are they something that I would I wear them off court? Absolutely not. But on the court, these are kind of clean. They're given like a newer version of the Kamikaze ones, the Reebok Kamikaze ones. You know what I'm saying? With the little grooves, they look kind of cool. They look comfy as well, lightweight and things of that nature. So just to give y'all a little bit of update on what I got going on. Got some new shoes. Cook some pasta. And also, the weight loss journey has begun. I know it's crazy because I've been on fucking Ozempic for a couple months now, but lost 2 pounds the last couple of days, y'all. I'm cooking. I don't know, chat. I've just been cooking lately, chat. Things have been moving in my life. You know what I'm saying? We've just been cooking. So, W me. Yo, is this going to be happening the whole fucking stream? All right, hold on. Let me shut this off and on again. This is crazy, chat. This is crazy. Okay, let's see if that resets the autofocus. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the shenanigans, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into the shenanigans today. Let's see what we got on the docket here. Per our producer team. There was one thing I wanted to, whatchamacallit, open off the stream with. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Per sources. Oh my God. Is it because of the mic? Hold on. This is crazy. Hello? Is it because of the hoodie? I don't know what's going on. Hold on. This is crazy, chat. My autofocus has never acted like this. I'm trying to act up now. Now that we got an audience. Okay. So, you know, when we talk about cinema, right? When we talk about cinema, tell me the movies that come into your mind. You know what I'm saying? For me, I'm thinking Pulp Fiction. You know, I'm thinking Inception, Dune. You know what I'm saying? What's that one with Michael McConaughey? Indiana Jones, Ramsey said. Interstellar. Yes, Interstellar. I've never been excited for a film as much as this next film. That's what I would say if I was lying to y'all. Okay. Breaking news per Complex chat. A documentary about Haley Haktua is in the works. A documentary about the Haktua girl is in the works. This gotta be the most she gotta be the most annoying internet personality that has ever been pushed upon the general online masses, bro. On everything. First of all, we not tuning into this, right? But second of all, the meme wasn't even that funny from the jump, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The meme that made her famous and launched her whole influencer career to the podcast, that shit wasn't even funny, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was streaming back then. I really tried to, you know what I'm saying, just get with the times. Okay, this is why. It really wasn't that funny, bro. You gotta octo and spit on that thing. Come on, bro. She didn't even spit for real. And I know her head is trash. And I had to whisper that one. I know her head is trash. She's not a real eater for real. Does she look like a real eater, chat? Now, let's be real. Let's really pod. Does that look like a real eater? No. Right? We gotta stop. You know what? One of the worst trends in big 2025 is these bops that pretend and market themselves as bops, but they're not even bops. I hate it. Because my thing is, if you're really about to be about it, then really be about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be faking being a hoe, you know? Like, if you a hoe, like, really be a hoe. But this fake, I'm going to start an OF career. But then if you buy the OF, it's just going to be, like, selfie pics with, like, hella cleave. Come on, bro. We got to stop it. I'm done with this. I'm done with the bullshit, y'all. Okay? Nevertheless, I'm rambling now. Haley Haktua, a documentary. What would even the documentary be about? her crypto scam, like I don't know, bro. I don't know why we ever gave her, especially the platform to the degree that she got it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, she got her 15 seconds of fame. Cool. Okay. She gonna start a podcast. Cool. Okay. But the fact that this has gone on for like a year and a half now she's getting a documentary off of it. Like, we just gotta stop, chat. We gotta, and I know I'm giving her attention. We gotta stop giving people attention that don't need it. Another person that falls under this boat is Johnny Somali, okay? I'm not even gonna go on a tangent about Johnny Somali, but I have never seen a streamer who is literally only talked about to get shit on. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least with like a Sneeko or a Fusi or even a Jack Doherty, there's at the very least some like degenerate ass side of the internet that fucks with them. But I have never even seen a Johnny Somali fan. Never seen a Johnny Somali video. Never seen a Johnny Somali plug, like in a positive light. But I have heard so much about this dude because commentary channels keep this motherfucker alive. And that's the only reason I even know about him. And I've never seen this for any other streamer. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all who Mr. Johnny Somali is, okay? This is Johnny Somali. Y'all have probably seen him on Twitter before. He's always in the news for like either getting like doing some dumb shit in a foreign country or like straight up getting arrested in a foreign country. But if you look him up on YouTube, there are so many commentary channels like going crazy over Johnny Somali and making videos about him that I am genuinely at a point where I believe it is commentary channels' fault that this dude is relevant in any sort of fashion. For real. Because this dude legitimately has no fan base. He got no supporters. He don't got nothing. But the only reason people know about him is because channels with 6 million subs, 600K subs, 2 million subs, 2 million subs. Like, these have been the outlets for motherfuckers to even keep up with a guy like this. And that's why he's relevant. And I understand I may be contributing to it by putting up this video, but I genuinely have just never seen this before. I've never seen this before, bro. Someone getting relevant just off of everyone shitting on them. Maybe Haktua, but then it became a meme. Like, I'll give her this. Like, she at the very least became a meme. And then, you know, brain rot kids started to, like, fake fan Haley Welch. Like, at least that was a thing with her. With Johnny Somali, that don't even exist. This motherfucker's not funny. He's not entertaining. I don't know, bro. I don't know. This is just crazy. But I guess to dovetail, I'm learning new words in corporate America, chat. Okay? To dovetail into other topics, there's been a lot of things going on in IRL streaming lately. I'm gonna be honest with you. For some reason, streaming has gotten like the second wave over this last month in my head. I don't know if streamers have just been streaming more. I don't know if there's something in the air, but there's just I feel like there was a lull in streaming news for a couple months. There wasn't really anything going on in streaming culture for a couple months, but the number certain streamers are pulling right now, I didn't think they'd be pulling off. I ain't gonna lie. Like, whatchamacallit? Like, I seen, and respect to him, I know he's been big time before this, but I seen Agent with a stream with like 120K in it. Shout out to Agent, but my God, that's crazy. I seen Tylil with a stream with 70K in it, and I understand Kai was in it, but my 70K? I seen Ray with a stream with 20K. Like, yo, streamers have been going kind of crazy lately. And you know, at the top of the game is obviously friend of the show, I Show Speed. Okay, pulling off crazy numbers. He just streamed in China. Had this crazy rollout video for a very high quality. And the reception around his China tour has been overwhelmingly positive. I even seen Omar's video about how, like, this dude has become, like, an American diplomat. And, like, China is legitimately, like, thanking him for his diplomatic work or whatever. So I seen that. And I will say this. Shout out to Speed. Just because this is a guy who started off being a pretty toxic content creator, chat. Being a pretty toxic content creator. Like, I know y'all remember some of those streams he was doing on Monkey or Omega or whatever he was using. You know what I'm saying? You know, Speed was doing some crazy shit back in the day. And there could have easily been a path where he could be, you know, a Johnny Somali, you know, Aiden Ross type of streamer now. And especially with him doing a lot of IRL content, he you know, he could have easily took the FouseyTube route and been a menace to society. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that I Show Speed has really evolved his brand and has, if anything, like turned it around so that he is one of the most wholesome streamers out there, I think that deserves a round of applause. Go for it. Because it is so easy. It is so easy for Speed to go to all of these different countries and just be a fucking menace. You know what I'm saying? Be a nuisance to society, disrespect people's cultures and all of that, like we're seeing with Johnny Somali, and things of that nature. But the fact that Speed is going to all of these different countries, leveraging it, so that he can grow his brand to heights that have never been seen before. But it's also just making wholesome content, interacting with people of the culture, and not being toxic with it, but also being entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I think that is so cool, and I think Speed is the blueprint for who IRL streamer should be, especially at that scale. However, he's not. I don't like when people think of IRL streaming. Maybe it's a resource thing. Not a lot of streamers are doing it like Speed. Not a lot of streamers are doing it like Speed. And I really want to bring up this dude right here. Let's see. Where is this dude? Not Johnny. Johnny Somali. I'm done seeing this dude. Vitali. And the reason why I want to bring this up, because he was in my homeland. Okay? This dude, Vitali, was causing havoc in the mainland of the Philippines. And I don't appreciate that. Okay? I don't appreciate that whatsoever. But let me see if I can get the clip of Dick Vitali over here. Causing... Where the fuck is this? Where is it? Causing trouble in my homeland. Okay. Let's bring it up right here.
And you genuinely start... When you show up here in the Philippines, and you genuinely start like what happens behind the scenes when you're interacting with people here and you're messing around with them. I know it's a joke to you, but for the people here, they work hard, bro.
And guess what? And I tip them. What do you do? Exactly.
I run a software company and I provide housing for the locals.
So you came just to talk shit, right?
I'm not talking shit.
So why
I'm
you
asking you why even make that content? Genuinely.
Because
I'm speaking up for a large majority of people.
Shut the fuck up, because I do whatever the fuck I want. What are you gonna follow me?
I'm not gonna follow you.
Yo, I swear to God, bro.
Have a real conversation.
And I don't want to have a conversation. I don't want to have a conversation with you, bro. Hey, what? What are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell your viewers that you guys are better than this. You don't have to watch people fucking with others and putting them down. You need to lift people up for a living.
And what do I do? You haven't watched my
I have
vlog?
watched your streams and you're a piece of shit. And I came here to say that to everybody. You're a literal piece of shit.
Perfect, amazing. Jesus loves you too. Let's
Have
go.
a good one. Stay safe.
Don't fucking touch me before I knock you the fuck out.
You're not
wow.
gonna knock me out.
Oh yeah? What are you gonna do?
Oh, wow.
I guarantee you're not gonna knock me
Yo,
out.
back off.
Fucking walk.
Oh, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? You came
Go
with
ahead.
security.
I am being
What the hell?
When
Not the Candace Owens jump scare. I know there's a clip of him actually doing shit in the country. So let me see if I can get that. Okay. I think this is the one I've seen.
Chat. Excuse me, madam. I'm gonna fucking rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money. No, okay. No. Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal fuck. Go get your vaccine. I was trying to give you money, but all right. Trying to be nicer.
You just threatened to rob an old lady. And you expect that old lady to give you any sort of fucking courtesy? Man, fuck out of here.
No, yeah.
Please, I'll take.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
please.
Yes? No? What are you gonna do? Hello.
Hold it.
Hello. Hello.
Let me hold it.
Hello. Paparazzi, you are messing was on a paparazzi. Paparazzi, you are my queen. Paparazzi.
Bruh. What a fucking loser. Yo, like that's my initial reaction. What a fucking loser. This is what happens, chat, and this is why even as a full-time content creator within the content space, bro, it is so important to have a backup plan. I am still so pro education, pro going to college, is because of idiots like this fuck right here. This is the result of someone who's been a content creator so long for his whole fucking life that he would rather do anything than just to get a regular job. He got no backup. Like his mind literally just goes to, what's the content pivot that I gotta do so that I can continue doing content for a living? And that's how the brains of these motherfuckers like roll. Like I'm telling y'all, that's how it is. So people like this, people like Fousey, the reason why they operate the way that they do, chat, is because they don't have a backup option. This is all they got. Because they know if they can't make it in content creation today, and if they quit today, they got nothing to fall on. And especially with motherfuckers moving like this, they probably don't even got a strong support system for real. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack. These people probably don't even have strong support systems in the first place. So what you have is a person who's internally afraid of failure. Because if they stop doing content today and they apply for jobs, their digital footprint is so fucked up. One, no one's going to hire them. And two, you've been out the regular workforce for years. For years. Nobody wants to hire you. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to hire you. You were in fucking high school 12 years ago. And you're about to come here and your resume is being a prank menace to society streamer? No one's trying to hire you. So when that's the case, you just go more extreme and more extreme and more extreme, because that's what you got to do to pay the bills. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do ultimately. So, you know, that's why And also just even outside of that, bro. I've been saying this on the stream a lot, bro. Motherfuckers are so afraid of a regular job, and that's scary. To me, that's scary. How afraid people are of just regular jobs, and will do anything and everything to avoid corporate America, and you know, be a 9-to-5 worker. The things people will do to become an entrepreneur and become the boss for themselves is fucking crazy. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that shit is sad. That shit is sad. But what can you really expect in big 2025, man? Content creator culture has been so glorified that this is just the result of a lot of this. This is just the result of a lot of this, man. It's like how much of your integrity you willing to sacrifice to get that next viral clip. For these people, a lot. Because again, that's all they got. That's how they gonna pay the bills. That's how they're gonna pay rent. That's how they're gonna do a lot of this. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta do what you gotta do, but that does not make you not a scumbag. Okay. But let's go ahead and keep it pushing, y'all. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing. Dumbass tweet of the day. Dumbass tweet of the day. Okay. I had them. What's it say? I had them wide backs at work mad. Krispy Kreme donuts. We brought some donuts. Shout out to Gradelli, man. What's good, bro? It's been a minute. And then what's inside is a bunch of veggies. Are they cooking them for this? Are they actually cooking them for this? I don't know if it's just me, chat. But I've seen a lot of people mad about April Fools this year. Is that just me, chat? Is that just me? I've seen a lot of people mad about April Fools this year. I did see a weird one on my timeline. I feel like April Fools kind of loses its aura when everyone is doing April Fools jokes. Like when everyone is doing it, it's kind of like, you know, but I guess there was this one that was kind of weird to me. Hold on. This is basketball related. Milwaukee Bucks posted, "Welcome back, Coach Bud." This was the game they played the Suns. This was also April 1st. And technically it's an April Fool's joke. He's technically back. But is this not kind of weird? Like, I don't... This is kind of weird. I don't... Like, no, especially knowing the context that, like, your coach is under crazy fire right now. It's kind of weird, chat. I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of weird. I don't know, man. April Fool's just hasn't really been hitting lately. Has it ever hit? I guess that's the real question. Has it ever hit? You know what? I did see one funny April Fool's joke, and this is just because I'm a content creator. But hold on, I'm gonna see if I can find it. Cause this April Fool's joke was honestly kind of funny. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it, chat. Give me 1 second. Okay, I found it. All right, let me bring it up here real quick, chat. This was a pretty funny April Fool's joke to me. Cause I'm not gonna lie, if Omar then pulled this on me, I would be pissed. All
right, y'all. Well, we'll talk to y'all soon. Talk to y'all in a couple days. Be safe. Be blessed. I'm that nigga. He's just Ginger. Peace.
Oh, wow.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, wait, hold on. We got to replay.
All right, y'all. Well, we'll talk to y'all soon. Talk to y'all in a couple days. Be safe. Be blessed. I'm that nigga. He's just ginger. Peace.
Oh, fuck.
What? What, Peach?
The audio wasn't recording.
What do you mean the audio wasn't recording?
We don't have audio.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No fucking way, bro. We are not recording this. We have to put an episode out. Bro, we
Let me tell you this. Maul is me. Maul is me, by the way.
not about to sit here for another 3 hours, bro. That's not happening.
Ma, I feel you, but we.
Yeah, no, we have a choice. We have to do something. Let's just start. Let's not even break. Let's just get through this. Can you restart the clock? Good. And we are back just to pull an April Fool's prank on Maul to see how pissed off he would be.
Yo, why y'all playing like that, bro? I was trying to figure out how the fuck we gonna even talk about shit. Nah, who you was texting? You was texting Better to Fire Peach? I was trying to figure out how the fuck we gonna get this energy to talk about. We just talked about it, to talk about it again.
Oh shit, y'all can see that. That was funny to me. I ain't gonna lie. I will be mad. Now, luckily, we can't even pull that off for Let's Keep It a Luck for real, because like the pod's live. You know what I'm saying? So like it's either the audience sees it or not. You know what I'm saying? But bruh, if we was doing offline, because the thing that y'all aren't getting, chat, is it is so hard to re-record videos when they're dependent on like how you conversate. You know what I'm saying? Like how you conversate, how you interact with certain things. So imagine like debating, like having this hardcore debate with someone, but it wasn't recording. So now you gotta do the debate again and like come with the same energy. Pause. Like, nah, I'll be pissed. Maul ass is going straight to the club. I can see the text in my head. Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy, though. That's crazy. All right, let's go ahead and keep it pushing, y'all. Let's see what we got for mini reactions. Ooh, okay. This is a good one. Chat. This is a good one. Okay. So, first of all, Nintendo announced the Switch 2. Does that deserve a round of applause? I don't know. So the Switch 2, well, it has been announced, but they announced a release date for it. But specifically, one of the title games for the Switch 2 is Mario Kart World. And Mario Kart World will retail for $80 for the digital version. Okay? $80 for the digital version. Mind you, we are not that far removed from when games were $60 retail. Like, that was a standard. You know what I'm saying? Buying Madden, buying 2K, buying Call of Duty, buying all these games. To get the game was $60. There was a price jump when we went to the next generation, the PS5, Xbox Series, whatever. You know what I'm saying? To $70, and that was kind of crazy, but you gotta buy the games. But I'm not gonna lie, chat. $80 a game is kind of crazy. And mind you, this is my real problem. This is my real problem with Mario Kart World retailing for $80. Is that it's gonna be the justification for everyone else to raise their prices. I would not be surprised if the new norm for games moving forward is going to be 80, maybe even 85. And specifically with GTA 6 coming out, I think GTA 6 right now is legitimately justified to charge like $120 for the game. and they gonna sit there at Rockstar Studios, sit back and say, what you gonna do, not buy the game? Not like dead ass. With the amount of hype GTA 6 has had, what you gonna do, not buy the game? Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna still buy the game at 120. So this the real question. This is the real question. How much are you willing to pay for GTA 6? Like, what's your threshold? Because I personally, I think GTA 6 is a big enough game. You know, Rockstar has produced enough quality games. It's been the most awaited game in the last decade. I'm willing to pay a little bit more than retail if it comes out, a little bit more than retail. But what's that line? You know what I'm saying? That's the real question. What's that line? For me, the most I'd be willing to pay for GTA 6 on launch day, if it crosses that, I'm good off of it. It's gonna sound crazy. 200. Is that crazy? Is that crazy? Am I the problem? I may be the problem. I may be the problem. I may be the problem. Anything after 200, I'm gonna be like, I can't do this. But anything but for GTA 6, for GTA 6, 200, chat. If Rockstar released today, GTA 6 comes out May 5th, but it's $200. Listen, I'm gonna be complaining. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I'm gonna be complaining. Man, what the fuck is this? This is crazy. But here's my card, though. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Hey, that's gonna be the type of time that I'm on. Man, this is crazy. 200, but no monthly online shit. The line for content creators and regular people are vastly different because they making money off of it. But I think for me, I wouldn't be making content from GTA. Oh my god, yo, what the fuck? But yeah, I wouldn't be making content off of GTA. Like, if I was just if I wasn't doing content and I had a regular job, and the job pays well and all that, like, I'm not going check. Like, if I'm going check to check, whole different story. But let's just say I'm making the exact same money right now, but I wasn't a content creator. I'd pay 200. I'd pay 200. All right, here you go, Omar. Dick riding again. God. Get out of here, man. All right. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing, man. GTA 6, though. $200. I'll pay it. Let's see what else we got here. Fresh off the boat, take of the day. That's a funny segment name, man. The question of the day is, what are some stereotypes about Filipinos that aren't true? I feel like the more interesting question is, what are some stereotypes about Filipinos that are true? Let's see. Stereotypes aren't good, but some of them may got some truth to it. They may be based in truth. Stereotypically, I'll say this, the one that isn't true is Filipinos having small dicks. Let me say that. And if you think so, you're racist. I will always pull that card. I have a small dick because I'm Asian. That's racist. Most of us have average sized penises. Okay. As far as ones that are true, I think we're pretty height challenged, okay? I think that just goes for Asians in general, but Filipinos are pretty height challenged. I can't really avoid that. I think that stereotype is true. Us loving karaoke is true. Us being good singers, great singers, in fact, relative to other ethnicities, I'ma say it's true. I'ma say it's true. I ain't gonna lie. Have y'all ever seen Filipinos at a karaoke bar? We go crazy. That's our mojo. You know what I'm saying? That's our safe zone right there. What else is true? The stereotype of all of us wanting our children to be either nurses, engineers, or lawyers. Pretty true. Pretty true. That's pretty true. What else? What else is there, man? What's a Filipino stereotype? A lot of our women, I don't even know if they go after them, but a lot of our women being in relationships with white men, man, I see that stereotype every single fucking day. I ain't gonna lie. I know personal family members in relationships like that. Listen, the Philippines is a tier 1 stop for passport bros. That stereotype is definitely true. Cause boy, my people be falling for that American card way too fucking quick. Like, that ass, if you go to the Philippines, as soon as they find out you're American, they gonna be on your penis. American. Hold on. American. You might as well spell out green card. Like, no, that's crazy. But I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, that ass. Like, passport bros be going crazy in the Philippines. And I think it's because, like, the Philippines has glorified American culture so much that you just being American is such a cachet card. Like, that's all you, like, you can be, respectfully, you could be a ugly fuck, but a ugly fuck from America? But a ugly fuck from America? You're exotic. You know what I'm saying? Even black American, or are y'all racist over there? I think most Filipinos, when they think of like what an American is in their head, they probably think of a white person just naturally. But I'm telling you right now, in general, we just glaze foreigners in general. I'm be honest with you. If they find out you're a foreigner of any kind, you know what I'm saying? British, French, Caribbean, Spanish, you know what I'm saying? They glaze. They glaze. But okay. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing here, chat. But Tally trying to put a stop to all of that. I don't think he is. Because honestly, the first dude that we saw, that guy's probably a passport bro. Sorry. Okay. Let's see these other clips.
Time. So
That we got. Ruby Rosa.
I cheated a lot of times. So,
I'm glad you admitted that.
So you're
absolutely,
a cheater.
I am a cheater.
Because people act like they fucking never did nothing in their life.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell the truth. I cheat.
You do cheat. Why do you cheat?
She say it loud and proud too. Oh no, I cheat. Did I stutter?
You better get married.
Because to me,
somebody like, nigga, I love her.
Ask me again.
what are the circumstances that make you feel like I'm about to cheat?
When I feel like he gets bored.
Damn. So this is my thing. What kind of man do you have to date that's never boring? You could be boring for a day. I don't think that's what she's saying. But, like, you can't be boring. Like, we got work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got bills to pay. I can't be going out every weekend, but maybe that's what she's saying. She's not going to be dating someone that can't go out every weekend. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, if you go out every weekend, is it even fun, chat? Is it even fun? I feel like if I went out every weekend and it became a necessity to go out every weekend, like it would take the novelty out of going out. You know? But hey.
Would you feel like you're bored or you feel like he's bored?
I'm bored. No,
Yeah.
I'm human. Like if I'm not happy, I know somebody gonna say, well, if you're not happy, why you stay? Bitch.
It's complicated.
Sometimes it's complicated. It's complicated. Sometimes I need a nigga to keep paying my bills.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Word. I don't think it's complicated. It seems pretty straightforward. You don't love the person. You're just using them at that point. I don't know. That seems pretty straightforward to me. That seems pretty straightforward to me.
Complicated. It's complicated.
I cheated a lot of times, so you know.
I'm glad you admitted that.
You know what's crazy? The complication in all of these cheating situations is one party just not being upfront with another party. That's what it is. Am I cooking, chat? Like the whole it's like if a past cheater said it was complicated, it's just because one party in the relationship was not happy in the relationship and they waited way too fucking long to break it off. It was never complicated. The love was lost 9 months ago, but y'all wanted to keep it up, acting like everything was cool. And then when someone pushed up on your man, you know what I'm saying? When some bitch rubbed their ass on your dick, now you can't control yourself, right? You know? When a Jim Halpert rolls around and smiles at you at work, now you can't help yourself. Now you turn into Pam Beasley all of a sudden. You see what I'm saying? Right? Like, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. It was never complicated. It was never complicated. Most cheaters that I've ran into just do it, no special reasons. She didn't even slip into cheating accidentally. Hers was premeditated, what makes it worse. Yeah, well, that's how life goes, chat. That's how life goes, man. Okay, let's see what else is there. Let's see what else we got, chat. Okay, I guess dovetailing into the next clip. Okay, this is Ruben Old Rose. Let's just hear her out. You know.
To be rich.
Like at least as much money as I have. We were literally just having this conversation outside.
What's like the minimum? What's the minimum number like yearly he got to be able to bring in, just so people know?
Like hopefully, I don't know. Like
no, say it.
I don't want to seem
say it.
shallow. Okay,
you got a standard.
Okay. Like hopefully, like at least like $5 million.
A year?
A year.
Yeah.
God damn.
Okay.
It's like, and not to seem shallow, but you know, you guys probably wouldn't date an ugly girl, right? No. So I don't
Not
know.
realistically.
Well,
what is
$5 million is a crazy number, but is she tripping? Listen, I think these are two completely different conversations, bro. Like we gotta stop, bro. Once you reach a certain class, we ain't dating no raggedy hoe. I'm kidding. I'm wilding, right? I'm wilding. You're not dating a fucking jobless, you know, like, no, we gotta have standards.
a year?
a year?
Yeah.
God damn.
Okay.
It's like, and not to seem shallow, but you know, you guys probably wouldn't date an ugly girl, right? No. So I don't want
Not
to date a broke
realistically.
nigga.
Well,
What is but broke is $3 million a year or 4?
wait, they got it. So he's got to make $5 million a year. How much is that a month?
I don't know. I just
Like
said
$400K
that's
a month?
About 4,
rough
5.
estimate.
Okay, and you don't care what they do as long as they're bringing in their own shit.
No, I care. I don't want any illegal activity.
Okay, so no trapping,
No scamming.
no scamming,
Scammers,
No.
dope dealing.
No.
none of that.
None of that.
They got to be like an actual legitimized business.
Something, yes.
She talking about Drewski. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm on her side. I don't think there's anything wrong with having standards especially for a woman who's like, so to me, this isn't like a 1 out of 10 asking for a 10 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? This is not one of those scenarios to me. This is a 10 out of 10 body. You know what I'm saying? With a, I don't know, 6 out of 10 personality. Maybe she's a dickhead. I don't know. And you know, a woman with a career, a woman that got something going for herself, asking for a man who can get down with the shits. I don't think that's crazy. I don't think that's crazy. And I know, $5 million. What if they make 4? Y'all are being so. I hate it when y'all do that. What if, so what if they're making 4,999,009? Like, are we in elementary school? we gotta stop, chat. We gotta stop. That's not how this works. You know? $5 million. So what is that? An NBA player, like the average NBA player? That's your standard? I mean,
Okay. To be rich.
Like at least as much money as I have. We were literally just having this conversation.
that ain't crazy. That ain't crazy. And I think when she says at least as much money as I have, she's being hyperbolic. As long as y'all in the same tax bracket, I think that's ultimately what she's saying. Like, I as a person who's making $5 million cannot date someone who's making $50K. I'm sorry. But I don't make $5 million, okay? If she's ever to watch this VOD, okay? I don't make $5 million, so, you know, I could date in that range, okay? God, it's crazy out here. Yo, shout out to the 86 in the building. I appreciate y'all for rolling through. Leave a like on the stream, man. Leave a like on the stream. Shout out to the first time chatters. I'm seeing a couple people saying this is their first stream. Shout out to Apiron in the chat. I seen Gradelli. I know Gradelli was in the Twitch stream. Shout out to Gradelli. He was in the chat earlier as well. So I appreciate y'all for rolling through. Anthony Davis hit a game winner? I thought he was injured. Oh! AD with the game winner. Big AD. Angel, this is your first stream. Yo, shout out to Angel. Shout out to everyone, you know, who's making this their first stream. Okay. Next thing I want to talk about is this Drake music video. Is that crazy? Okay, I can't play it. Okay. Have y'all seen the Drake music video for Nokia? We can skim through it because I will definitely get clapped if I watch this. But these are some, just, you know, some of the visuals, some of the frames from the music video. Is it Stacy? Is it Becky? Is it Keisha? Is it Danny? Is it Ashley? Is it Marley? I don't know what he says. Where the fuck the function? Where the fuck the function? Baby girl, let me see you wanna dance. Let me see you twirl. Let me see you wanna the whole world. Yeah, I seen the music video, chat. Listen, Drake's my guy, you know? Like, we really go way back. But this music video was ass. I'm sorry. This song had so much potential. Everyone was claiming it as being the summer anthem, right? And it still might be. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think that's stopping that conversation. But the music video could have been so much better than this. So much better. Because what I had in my head, chat, I had in my head, like, first of all, not black and white, okay? Let's start there. I did not have a black and white music video in my head. I was at the very least thinking of something with color in it, you know, and I understand, you know, nostalgia baiting is getting old, but I was expecting like 2000s vibes in there. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers really outside with sunglasses on, you know, having a good time, maybe a pool party type of vibe, you know? Like that was the scenery I was expecting. But he tried to do the squabble up ass music video. Squabble up. Hey, respect the squabble up. But yo, that Drake, that's not your bag, bro. Aubrey, that's not your bag. You know? The squabble up bag. The squabble up bag is not your bag. We gotta stop. Bro. But yeah, apparently he recorded this with like IMAX cameras. Did anyone even confirm that, or did people just see like a 4:3 aspect ratio and just assumed it was IMAX? I don't know. But if he did record it with IMAX, what a waste of IMAX film! Oh my god, do y'all know how expensive it is to shoot shit with IMAX? Nah, cause we can really look this up right now. How much does shooting with IMAX cost? Okay. To rent out a camera. Now, mind you do got the money for this. A IMAX 2D film camera can cost around $12,000 per week, while IMAX digital 3D cameras might cost around $16,000 per week. Rental duration, film shoots using IMAX cameras can range from 21 to 110 days, potentially costing between $48,000 and $256,000 per camera for the rental period. That's per camera, by the way, chat. And I'm not even talking about like actually owning it, because I think like these cameras are so limited that like motherfuckers don't really own it. And apparently there's insurance for this too. Insurance for IMAX cameras can exceed $500,000, reflecting their high value. Jesus Christ. An AI answer. Omizi say something. Oh wow. Damn. We getting cooked, bruh. But they've always had this shit though on Google. Like the like if you look up something like a fact, it would just take this excerpt from like Wikipedia or some shit. Now they just be using AI. God. Oh, speaking of AI, bro, I seen someone. I seen this politician. And I know that's a bad way to start things. Essentially like warning people that the next thing to watch out for in terms of addiction is actually AI. And the scenario that you brought up was that a lot of kids will get addicted to chatbots. Specifically AI chatbots that they can talk to 24/7, that will always respond, that will respond instantaneously. They may even have like, a visual avatar now. So, they have something to actually look at. That's kind of scary because I could definitely see it. And you know what's crazy? It was just crazy that clip came up because I think we were talking about it in a playback stream recently. Of like, how do y'all use AI? And someone in the chat literally said, yo, when I get bored and I got no one to talk to at night, I be talking to Chat GPT. And I'm like, yo, wait, is that not kind of weird? But the fact that this is happening at scale, and you know there's going to be a company out there that packages this in like a kid-friendly way. You know how they did the, whatchamacallit? The Tomcat apps back in the day? Oh, talk to Tomcat. So you can, like, I know for a fact there is going to be a Tomcat app that's AI powered that, you know what I'm saying, kids are going to download en masse. This is going to be, like, I don't think y'all get this, chat. I don't think y'all get this. There is literally now real technology that can make imaginary friends real. Like, that's crazy. There is actual technology now that can make imaginary friends a reality. And I don't think we're really ready for the repercussions that actually can bring. Because literally with the internet, we're already seeing it. We're already seeing it. You know what I'm saying? People are deciding to go to online chat rooms, online groups instead of going to IRL groups, right? You see it when you go to the mall, right? The reason why the mall is dead is because Amazon killed the fucking game. So that no one can really, you know, like everyone just online shops now. So you don't, you know, going to the mall is like obsolete. Even though I like going to the mall, I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to the Philippines. Malls in the Philippines go crazy. But I think what AI, like it's gonna be along those same lines where, man, fuck it. Like there's gonna, I swear to God, there's gonna be kids that go home and say, man, I don't got any friends at school. You know, everyone's bullying me. This, that, and the third. And they're not even gonna go to online communities because you gotta find the online community, you gotta join it, you still gotta talk to real people. They are literally just gonna go to ChatGPT, go to AI Friend 88, and just talk to that dude or talk to that girl or whoever that is. That's scary. That's scary. Lonely State said in chat, social skills are never gonna recover. Like that's the type of thing that we're talking about. And we've already seen like the effects of like COVID in terms of how it's affected people's social skills, how oh my God, why does it keep doing this? Jesus fuck. Come on. Hello? Okay. We've seen how the internet has affected people's social skills. I would actually attribute some of my like IRL social awkwardness to internet addiction. I'm gonna just keep it a stack. But this, like AI, I think is truly gonna take this shit to a whole nother level, and we are not ready for it. We haven't even solved the internet use cases. But once this AI shit like really turns around, bro, we are so cooked, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We are so fucking cooked. Cause to me, that's my biggest fear with AI. And I know this is turning into an AI fucking a AI rant now. I don't even think it's like the stealing from jobs thing. And I know that may sound crazy. Or like stealing art thing. To me, it's literally kids and people losing their critical thinking skills. Possibly losing their social skills. That to me, that's the fear. That's the fear. But hey, apparently Kanye's on Axstream? If I get banned, I'm so sorry. I don't know what Kanye's about to say. I'm so sorry.
Guys, just stay. I'm a dick rider, huh? Oh, such a dick rider. Yo, my boy's cutting up the album. Yay! Can you hear me?
What's good? What's good? Wait a second. Can you hear when I'm playing the samples?
Wait, could you hear me?
Can he hear samples?
I can hear it.
He can hear it or can't hear it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yo, what's good?
Does he use FL Studio?
You guys just stay.
Yo, Kanye's on a stream, bro. That's crazy. Kanye West is in the stream. Let me see what hold on, man. Cause if this is what it really is, hold on, let me see. DJ Academics. Oh yeah, he's live right here. Let's see. Hold on. It really got him on stream. This can go haywire any second, by the way, chat. Side note, Rumble looks ass. Jesus Christ. Look at Act Glazing. Look at Act Glazing. He can't even hear the shit, bro.
The engineer turned off noise cancellation. That's why it's better now.
I don't know why it's hilarious to me that Kanye West has a Discord. That's funny. Okay. All right. That's enough of that. Kanye's on a stream. That's crazy. That's crazy. Is it crazy for me to say I'm happy for Act? That's kind of crazy, right? He is a dickhead. He is a dickhead. But, yeah, I can't say that. I can't say that. Okay, let's go ahead and keep it pushing, y'all. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing. Okay. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. We actually haven't gotten to the meat and potatoes. Isn't that crazy, chat? Isn't that crazy? So, there's already beef in the streets, okay? Speaking of streamers from Kick, from Rumble, things of that nature. So, the last time we were on stream, one of the things that we covered was Aiden Ross's return. Not only from Twitch, but just streaming in general. He's been more consistent with streaming lately. But specifically, he got unbanned on Twitch. And I would say overall, there was a pretty positive reception to it. There were people that, had the reservations. It was on some, I don't think this is going to go well, but I wish him the best type of takes. And then there was a song that just said, man, why the fuck is he, why the fuck is he getting unbanned? You know what I'm saying? But by and large, specifically the FaZe dudes were pretty excited about it, you know? FaZe Banks has history with Aiden. A couple of those guys have history with Aiden, specifically Lacey, Ronaldo, Silky, and then Max attributes a part of why he wanted to become a streamer to Aiden. I know Rage was cool with Aiden, so like a lot of them was cool with Aiden. However, there is one guy in that group that wasn't really, like he had no incentive to be like buddy with Aiden. And that's my Asian guy, Jason the Ween. Okay? It's my guy, Jason the Ween. So, you might be asking, what the hell happened, B-Souls? What is going on? So, apparently Aiden and Jason had a confrontation in Aiden's return stream, to which Aiden loyals are saying that he ruined the vibe. Oh, no! He ruined the vibe, chat. Such a vibe killer, am I right? Let me go ahead and pull up the whole VOD, because I do think it is pretty necessary to bring up the whole VOD here. Oh, Aiden's live right now. Hopefully I can still see the VOD. Okay. Was this around 2:14, 3:14? Let me see if I can find the chat. Let me see if I can find it. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I think it's around here. Okay.
I think. So, what are we here to talk about? The problem? Should we suggest it?
I mean, who's we? This y'all.
No, I really don't think there's an issue.
So what are we here to talk about?
So look, so I personally don't have a problem with you. You've said you don't have a problem with me.
Likewise.
Yeah, right. So the problem is obviously in the communities, and I will say this. Look, my community at the end of the day, they've done some crazy shit, right? I tried to remodel all the shit. They've gotten better. You guys may not see it. I know I see it. I just had a little speech with them now. They completely are starting to change. If not, have already changed.
They've gotten better?
They have. Yeah, hell yeah.
Hold on, let's open up your chat real quick.
Okay.
Okay,
Now, mind you, chat. I'm blocking his chat right now, but I think y'all might be able to see it over here. What his chat looks like.
Not bad.
Okay. I see a lot of deleted messages for some reason.
I'm not even joking.
They said Jason's a reptilian.
You had to fucking read that?
Nigga, I'm sorry.
They saying Black Boy Max.
Okay, the chat over here is definitely nerfed, but his chat was going crazy. All right, long story short, his chat was going crazy, and it wasn't this friendly environment that Aiden wanted to make it seem. Okay, there was definitely throwing some shots at Max, throwing shots at Jason. You know what I'm saying? Being toxic. There was keep it simple. They were being toxic.
They did say that. But my own
Wow.
chat
So
said
you
that.
call out the black boy
Said
max.
Rom not annoying. I think, the issue is obviously the comms.
Wait, so who started it?
Well,
Bro,
I was the first
Look at
Twitter
Max trying to
community
listen
in the
to-
streamers. So when my community, obviously they surpassed 100,000 members, they're not my community anymore, right? They're not. And before Twitter communities, it was Reddit and it was Discord. So Rice at the time used to have a Discord back in 2021, and I obviously followed. Everyone started following and shit. And once that happened, that's when like toxicity came, right? And then Twitter communities came with Elon when he bought X. So the point I'm trying to make is once you have 100,000 people in a fucking community, it's hard to control. Nobody can control them. I'm sorry, you just can't. That's just the way it is. So I take accountability. I deleted my community. It's still being rebuilt, but they've definitely gotten a lot better. 100%.
So you might be asking, it seems like a calm versus calm thing. What even happened in the comms, B-Soul? So we actually do have some of that context over here. Let's go ahead and bring it up. So this is the context of the entire situation, okay? If y'all question this Jason clip, the reason he said all of this is, one, his friend that time was on Aiden's stream let me read that again. His friend that time was on the Aiden's E-date. God, English. And is getting sexually harassed by his incel participants. Aiden's just letting them say it and laughing in his own chat as well. He called her and asked if she was okay, and she said she was uncomfortable and wants to leave, okay? She then left the E-date, and his chat found out that Jason called her. Aiden watched the clip on stream, and his chat started chat hopping at least 2 to 3K people into Jason's chat, started getting racist, said some crazy wild shit, started doxing him, and Jason rebutted. The rest is in this clip. Okay. So this was a clip, I believe, years ago now. This is what it's referring to. But apparently, this may be a recent thing as well, is Jason's parents got doxed by someone from Aiden's community. So I think that's an important context point to this. So it seems like a part of this is, they are like the communities have already been toxic with each other for years now. It's not this thing that's been reoccurring like DDG and DEO, but there's been an instance, right? And there's also this recent thing that Jason's parents got fucking doxxed. So
yeah, I mean, obviously the issue was last time we had a little interaction. A lot of doxing was done, pizzas, and actually no one knows this, but I'm not even at my parents' crib and they're getting swatted, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
By obviously AR loyals. So it's like,
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I really don't.
I get it. And again, I'm very, very sorry. I take accountability in some ways, but I never would incite anybody to dox or swat you. Like, again, I've been swatted numerous times by my own chat, by other people's communities as well. It's been happening to me since...
Here's my question, though, bro.
Well, hold on. Let me just finish this up really quick. So I know what it's like about parents. I'm very, 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 very sensitive as well with the parents, and they did not deserve that. You guys don't even deserve to get swatted. You guys have been swatted before the Face House. Wasn't AR
I don't
loyals.
care about getting swatted.
Okay.
My parents are literally like...
Fair, I get it. I understand, and I'm the same way, and I'm sorry to hear that, and that's fucked up. And my family's got swatted too, so I know damn well, like, that shit sucks ass. I get it. I'm the same way too, bro, so I'm sorry that your family got swatted, bro. And if I had control, if I had a way to help out or talk someone out of it, I would have, I can't really control how the weird people on the internet. There's weird parasocial people in everyone's communities. Every single Twitter community has people in there that are weird. It's just facts. It's just like, if I have 100,000 members in my X community, if only one person it takes to be weird, that's all it takes. Do you understand? But
I mean, yeah, every comm got a weird percentage of people in it.
Right.
But,
right.
Your community, or what I've seen and what I've been mentioning, is more than, what I'm saying.
Not even that. What?
Man, W Jason, man. Cause he kept it a beam, bro. He kept it a beam. Aiden wanted to pull this. I mean, every community got weirdos. What do you want me to do? Aiden, let's be real, okay? Every community got weirdos. But your community disproportionately is weird compared to other communities. That's the problem, okay? And this idea that it was just one or two people, mind you, y'all see the chat, or y'all don't, but the chat was going crazy. Even in the incident that Jason's talking about, 2,000 to 3,000 people came into his stream to make racist ass comments. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what we're talking about here. This isn't just a bad apple. You know, maybe to you, you know, with the scale of your community, 2,000 to 3,000 isn't representative of the whole community. But I think we're also lying if we're saying, you know, you got the most, you know, most friendly community. Like, we gotta stop. We gotta stop.
No, look,
I don't agree.
This is what I don't get though, right?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
When that shit happened, why don't you stop it? You can stop that.
If they're doing it to me, I'll give you an example. There was a time where they were doxing my new crib with Convi when we were living in it, and I deleted my community. I had to bring it back because they made a new community with 20,000 members, and they doxed my entire family as well. So they've done this to me as well. So I can't stop it. It's out of control, and there's 100,000 people that don't know what's going on, and they're unfiltered and uncensored. I also got that taste of medication. I got that. I had to reinstate my community because of how bad it was. This was in March of 2024. They did swat my parents. They did a lot of fuck shit. They swatted. They doxed. I got that as well.
But this is what I'm saying when it comes to the accountability conversation. In a vacuum, you can pull the card of, I mean, I didn't tell anyone, right? I didn't tell anyone to dox anyone. But this is what this is what happens when throughout the years you cultivate a toxic ass community. Your community ends up doing toxic shit that you might not even approve. That's Aiden, that's the problem here. For years, you have leaned into toxicity so much that it has become synonymous with your brand. You know what I'm saying? Even from your days on Twitch to when you went to Kick, and then on Kick doubling down even more, doing collaborations with Andrew Tate, Nick Fuentes, Sneeko, Fousey, all these different dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your brand now. This is your community. So to just, I mean, I didn't tell. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You have cultivated a toxic ass, also parasocial ass community when it comes to you. So when they do shit like this, you're not like out of blame. You know what I'm saying? You still need to be held accountable. But to his credit, I will say this. He is taking account of, like, he's not just deflecting the whole thing, but he still is doing a lot of deflecting. He still is doing a lot of deflecting. I think, you know, I really am a fan, and, you know, there's still a lot of doubters, and I still have a little bit of doubt of how genuine it is of Neon's rebrand. When he gets pushbacks, when he gets pushback like this, he just takes accountability. Like, it's just, bro, you know, I'm sorry. I used to be a toxic kid. I don't even think he pulls that card. You know, I've done some bad things in the past. And I apologize for, you know, full stop. Full stop. You know, I'll try to prove myself to be a better man moving forward. You know, I'll let my character moving forward, you know, speak for itself. But about things in the past, I ain't about to backtrack. I ain't about to, I mean, what am I supposed to do to the 1%? You know? Like, no.
Because once there's 100,000 members, it's not my community anymore. It's
a
not.
RE20.
All it takes is
RE20.
one person to go crazy and do some fuck shit.
I get it.
What would you say is your core?
My core is my chat. My live chat. That's my core. I think the people that are in my chat, they're a lot better than people you see on X. And I think that there's a balance, right? I think that there's a balance of that. I think that if I have 100,000 people in the X community, it's impossible. It's impossible because if they get banned, they'll make, for example, like an AR Loyals uncensored. Like, that's just what it is. That's how it comes. That's why I don't even have a community right now. Toxic as fuck. And I wanted to just basically take this shit down completely and rebuild. And they've gotten a lot better in my live chat, I can vouch. So that's just what I've seen and heard.
I mean, I feel you, bro, but it's like your mods also was doing the shit to bro. I'm gonna keep like, you feel me? And when I had the shit with Convy, the mods.
This whole bail too, that like his Twitter community is so removed from his core community is bullshit. Because one, there is literally evidence of your live chat saying all this bullshit. Two, when Jason checked them just now to check what your live chat is looking like, they were still toxic as fuck. And three, what Max is about to get into was your mods were involved in it. So this isn't just the outcast of your fucking community, the people that aren't really a part of it just doing fuck shit to misrepresent the brand. These are your mods getting involved in the fuckery, Aiden. That's the problem. That's the problem.
I was doing it then too. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
So,
you don't talk to your mods.
Wait, hold on a second. The mods were doing what?
Like inciting this nigga's family to get out.
No, they pinned it.
Okay.
They pinned that shit.
And again.
I'm
sorry.
First of all, they pinned the wrong address, and then they started doing crazy shit with my family.
Okay. And I'm sorry to hear that. And I'm sorry again. And if I had full control, I would have made sure that shit didn't stop. Right? I would have made sure. I would have made sure that shit stopped. I didn't have control at the time. I deleted my own computer. They went after me for a whole weekend. I was crying all day to be like, yo, we gotta fucking reinstate this shit ASAP. My own parents were getting it. They went after Mams Taylor, KSI's manager. So the way I found out how to fix it was to obviously lock it completely down, then over time take a break from streaming and just completely cut the cord, and that's what I did. And like I said, they haven't been doing doxing in a very long time, and they've definitely improved. That's just something I can tell you guys. You might not be able to see it, but I can see it.
Alright. I feel like y'all should definitely talk on stream though. 100% though.
I mean, me and him, there's no problem. Like I see that he's a nice guy.
Yeah, of course.
Trying to change, but it's like, it's hard to change your community. It's like,
Okay, Jason. There was a time you called me racist, right? You called me racist, so my community at one time did not like you for that. So when you call me racist,
why you call him racist?
I don't know why. No. But like, this is why I wanted to talk off stream, right? But here's the thing, right? Like, you call me racist, so, and I'm not saying. Wait, what?
Yo, whoa, mute up, nigga, damn.
I'm on mute, bro. But I'm gonna say is, I should definitely talk about it.
Yo,
I agree. That's why I was
these streamers just be moving on to the next thing. Like, it's fucking hilarious.
confused what we're doing right now. I thought like it's fine. We already talked about it. If you want to end it here, I'll call you off stream. Like whenever you're off stream and I'm off stream, we can do that. But I'm sorry to your parents that they got swatted. I'm sorry that anyone in your family got doxxed, and that's something really fucking horrible. And I take accountability because I did at one point have a very, very toxic Twitter community full of 100,000 people that were untamable. I admit that. That doesn't exist anymore. They're not on some doxing. They all my new communities that are created, they all get deleted. I don't have a Twitter community. I don't have an X community. I don't want one right now. I want to rebuild it when the time is right and moderate it to where we can moderate this fully. I tried making a fitness one, like a weightlifting fitness one, a health one, and they got that one too. So it's like, fuck, like I'm not going to create a community right now. I'm sorry. I take accountability for your parents because I know exactly what it's like keeping your parents private and all that stuff, because that's fucking horrible, bro. I would hate for that to happen. It has happened, so I get it.
I literally seen someone in the chat, man, fuck his mom and dad. Like, I literally just see, I know y'all can't see it. Literally, someone in the chat just typed, fuck Jason's mom and his dad.
I appreciate you taking accountability.
Of course, bro. Of course. When it comes to your parents, bro, I don't play either.
How did he spawn in again?
All right, so that's pretty much the end of it. I don't know who this dude is, but I think the bigger talking point here isn't even about Jason versus Aiden specifically. I think it's just about how Aiden needs to go about, or just an observation about how he will go about effectively an apology tour. Maybe not an apology tour, but like trying to fix his image. I think that's a better word for it. I think that's the real conversation here. Is because, again, there's a lot of streamers trying to turn back to wanting to be PR friendly, wanting to step away from the toxicity, Neon and Aiden being at the head of the helm to me, FusiTube there as well, Sneeko a little bit there as well. They're leaning away from the toxicity compared to how much they usually did. And I think it's just one, you will have to take a lot of the high road when it comes to a lot of these altercations. If you really are about that change, you are going to have to take the high road in a lot of these conversations. But also, you just have to take accountability, Aiden. You just have to take accountability for your actions, and the fact that you even tried to play it off like your community changed overnight. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Your community, one, is bigger than the 100,000 people in a Twitter community. And this whole like untamable thing that you're talking about, it is still untamable right now. You know what I'm saying? And as much influence as people have on their communities, your community is your community, and they do have a mind of their own. And after years of cultivating a toxic, after years of cultivating a toxic community, being a toxic person yourself, being a toxic content creator, they're not just gonna change overnight, bro. They just aren't. So you just gotta, take the hits, and let the actions speak for themselves. And also to Aiden's community, this entitlement that y'all think every streamer is now entitled to fuck with Aiden because he's back, because he's unbanned, that shit is crazy. Ruin the vibe? Man, fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here. I'm sorry not everyone fucks with Aiden. Even in the groups that he's associated with. Jason is probably the most out of the WRL community, out of the group. Jason don't gotta fuck with Aiden. Aiden don't gotta fuck with Jason. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit was just that shit was just corny. They're not on some doxing, he says after they dox Jason. My problem is that people are being lenient to this dude because he has money, and makes me question people's morals. I think it's more so like he's their friend type of situation. Money could also be a factor. The power, because Aiden do got motion. Aiden do got motion now. But yeah, I do think mostly it's a power thing. Of like Aiden is still one of them big dogs in the streaming game, so being on his good side definitely has its pros. Definitely has its pros. But also these are relationships that have been built on for years now. Specifically when I'm talking about Silky, Lacey, and not Jason, Ron. Like they've known Aiden since 2020, 2021. And they probably have offline conversations with him, even in his toxic phase, that just say probably just doing it for the content. You know what I'm saying? A lot of your favorite content creators fake it for the content, but who they are behind the scenes may not be representative of who they actually are. So maybe Aiden is one of those dudes to these dudes. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's just a theory though. That is just a theory, a game theory. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what's on the TL to talk about. Also, send some cues, chat. I think we're deep enough in the pod to do Q&A. Let's get the cues so I can give y'all the A's, man. Let's get the cues so I can give y'all the A's. Is this shout out worthy? Is this shout out worthy? NBA star Anthony Edwards reportedly made a historic move by paying $1 million in child support all at once, covering 18 years worth of payment. Is that a W? I mean, you can never not tell Anthony Edwards that, you know what I'm saying, he held it down. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't say he's a dead. You can't. Okay, you can't say. Is he a deadbeat? He's a deadbeat. I think. He's a deadbeat. I think being a deadbeat involves more than just a check. So, if she blows it, all it's on her. Yeah, I'm about to. I have to rethink that one, chat. You know, sometimes you just gotta process through your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Send the Is he a W? Nah, you can't be a W deadbeat. That's an oxymoron. That's an oxymoron. Let me not even. Wait. Dave Blunt is gonna be on Kanye's album? Yo. Dave Blunt. Jesus Christ. Sydney Sweeney's single. I want to bring that up again, man. Sydney Sweeney single. Sabrina Carpenter single. They all single now. This is kind of crazy, y'all. This is kind of crazy. So for my single guys out there, hey man, there's some elite milk out there for the taking. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and get the cooking. Go ahead and get the risen. You know? Thoughts on the tariffs? At this point, chat, you know, the administration is what the administration is. It's time to roll with the punches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. I feel like at some point you just gotta accept what reality is and you just gotta adjust. We just gotta adjust now. So these are the prices. How do we make more money? You know? Poppy Eli for $5. Hi Goat, sorry I missed the stream for appreciate it, man. Shout out to you for the $5. They try to remake Charlie's Angels. It's about that time. Gas prices went down in Canada. Oh, you know what annoys me? What was the year when everyone was complaining? Yeah, I don't know shit about tariffs. I'm gonna be honest. What was the year when everyone was complaining about gas prices? And like honestly, rightfully so, because gas prices was looking crazy at one point. I ain't gonna lie. Was it 2023? Late 2023? I think it was late 2023. Maybe early 2024. There was just a time period where like everyone was complaining about gas prices. I was one of them. But then they actually went down. Like pretty significantly. Like I think back at the peak of what I'm talking about, like regular gas was around here 360, 370. You know what I'm saying? But now like I be finding gas 280 at some places, 290, $3 like around there. Like it's gone down significantly. And this is my own fault. This is my own doing. I feel like I wasn't even able to experience the price drop because as soon as the price drop happened, I got a new car that only takes premium gas. So the gas that I use, even though it is cheaper now than what it would have been back then, it's like I didn't feel the price drop. You know what I'm saying? Like how much I pay for gas still went up. Like to me, it still went up. Okay, I know it's my own fault. You know, I can't really complain. Still love my car. Still don't regret the purchase. But it's like, damn, I can't even enjoy these new gas prices, man. God damn, this is crazy. Same so I got a Audi now. Yeah. Shout out to the Audi boys, man. I live in Cali, bro. This shit dropped just below $4 and shot back up. Yo, Cali gas prices are insane. Cali, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't even know how Cali people like afford anything. I don't even know how, like, especially if you're not rich. And I can say the same thing about people in Boston too, right? Because Boston is like one of the richest and hardest economic places in the country to afford. I don't know how people who have like who aren't rich, who don't come from rich backgrounds, just live in Boston like that. Like that's crazy. That I don't know how y'all do it, man. I don't know how y'all do it. Okay, let me go through my likes and see if I can get some shit off. Always be getting some shit off. How do y'all feel about the TikTok ban, y'all? It's time. Chat. Those 90 days came up mad quick. Y'all. And I feel like people aren't panicking as much this time around. People aren't panicking as much with the TikTok ban this time around. But in actuality, there is no finalized deal when it comes to TikTok. And the extension was an extension. I don't know if there's an extension to the extension. But the fact that they we saw, right? Like we saw that they wasn't playing no game. Like they actually will do. They will actually ban the fucking app. You know what I'm saying? Like we've tangibly done it. We've tangibly seen it. But it's happening again. And people are just acting like it's just not around the corner when it is. I seen a couple of companies apparently throw last minute bids in. Amazon was one of them. God, TikTok under Amazon. TikTok shop is about, TikTok will literally just turn into TikTok shop. I ain't gonna lie. Amazon was one of them. Apparently the owner of OnlyFans is one of them as well. OnlyFans put in a bid to own TikTok. Bro, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. Listen, I stuck to my words. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as TikTok was banned, as far as like from a content creator perspective, I did not take TikTok seriously from then on out. Like already my numbers were doing bad on TikTok for me and the pod. So like we wasn't really focused on TikTok that much. But from then on out, I was like, okay, I'm not about to stick on a platform this volatile. It already is volatile, like from a content perspective. But from a, if I were to make a living on this is a app that could be shut down any fucking second. I'm not about to invest in this app. So what I've done is invested in to Instagram, and it has paid dividends. You know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of people have still been on TikTok like nothing is happening, and y'all gonna feel the wrath when it comes around, bro. Cause people keep playing about this TikTok shit. I think this shit is serious, and I truly do think this is much more serious than people want to make it out to be. But yeah, man. Let's see what else we got. Russell Westbrook slander is back. Is it crazy that it made me feel good? It just brought me back to the good old days, man. It just brought me back to the good old days. When times were simpler, you know what I'm saying? Shitting on Russell Westbrook. Yo, the OGs really came out. You know what I'm saying? Low had a little rant that had, some umph to it. You know what I'm saying? I seen Mustard in the space. I seen Ash in the space. I seen Goods in the, you know what I'm saying? The OGs came out. Swiper was in the space. Like space culture kind of came back for that night. It just felt good. I know that's crazy to say, but like just kind of felt good, you know what I'm saying? Like we're really back. We're really back. With that being said, I think I'm gonna call it right here, chat. I think I'm gonna call it off right here. Those low spaces. I appreciate y'all for coming through to another episode of Sipping with Souls with SOLZ the Sipper. Shout out to the 90 in the Buddha. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Shout out, I think, to Poppy Eli for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Wait, Sophie Ring retired? What? I'm kidding. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts and things of that nature. Stroden, if you just came in the chat, I'm just about to end, so I'm sorry. But with that being said, I appreciate y'all for coming out, and I will see y'all on Sunday. Peace.